everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and I have another fun St. Patrick's Day card to share with you today. Hey everybody, so I'm using Jaded Blossom's Gnome dies along with the St. Patrick's Day add-ons. There we go. And I'm using our Spring Banner dies, our Stylized Rectangle, and then the scalloped Stylized Rectangle dies. Our St. Patrick's Day dies, our St. Patrick's Day word dies. So I went ahead and I've got a paper tray ink white card base, 4.25 by 11, scored at 5.5 inches to give you a vertical A2 size card. And I've got a piece of cardstock from Doodlebug that is Grasshopper dot grid. It's from the 12-inch paper line, cut at just 1/8 of an inch smaller than that A2 size card. I'm just going to apply that to the front of my card base using ATG tape. You'll notice I'm working on a Stampin' Up! Pad like I always do. All my die cutting today was done with my Gemini machine like always. Okay, so I have paper that is from the Lots of Luck 6-inch pad from Doodlebug. And I've got a piece of white cardstock cut with the Stylized Rectangle die. And I'm using this piece of vellum that I cut out clover images from the St. Patrick's Day Gnome add-ons and the St. Patrick's Day die set. Sorry, guys. And I just cut them out. I used them on a video in the past. And I'm just pulling out my Twisted Citron ink and my Mowed Lawn ink, the Distress Oxides. And I'm going to make myself a quick background onto this piece of white paper tray ink cardstock using Tailored Expressions blending brushes. And like I said, just quickly blending this on. It's not, a difficult background. I'm just quickly applying the ink. I'm not too concerned. It doesn't have to be perfect. If the inks blend together, that doesn't bother me either. It's just to, add a little bit of color and a little something something on the background of where I'm going to be adding my gnome. So there we go. Adding like the nice little clovers. I love these Irish, or these, what's it called? The St. Patrick's Day gnome add-ons. Love it. So darn cute. And it really goes so well. I'm loving our gnome dies. I just can't get enough of them. So adorable. Now I pre-assembled the gnome on our release day, the release and review day that we had for our gnome St. Patrick's Day gnome release. And basically I just pre-assembled those like a bunch of gnomes, and I'm using them now in some cards. So, like I said, super, super cute stuff. And look how easy this was. Now I'm just going to blend in some ink from the edge. This is just with whatever ink is left over on my blending brush. And you'll notice that I'm using an old Stampin' Up! Piece of pad underneath for the ink blending. That's kind of what I do with the leftovers. I just keep using it until you can't sop up any more ink. So I'm going to stick down that white little pattern paper piece that I just made, the ink blended piece, onto this card base, along with the paper from Doodlebug's Lots of Luck 6-inch pad. And I'm going to add those both to my card base. And I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. Originally, I thought that I would, use it kind of like a shadow layer, but I decided against that. So I thought, no, you know what? I'm going to offset them. You'll notice that in the gnome's hat, I also used that same pattern paper from Doodlebug. So I'm just going to quickly apply the pattern paper there from Doodlebug to my background, just kind of cattywampus. And then I'm going to add my next piece. Perfect stuff. And then look how cute that gnome is. So cute. Everything that I used to assemble it will be listed on my blog. And now I'm going to pop this gnome up using 3M foam tape. He is so cute, just so darn cute. So I tend to cut out the background piece that's from the gnome dies, just with black cardstock. And then I go ahead and I assemble my gnome on top of that. I just find it makes it easier to line everything up. The beard is American Crafts Rust cardstock. The hat was Smoky Shadow from Paper Tray Ink, and then the pattern paper behind it. The skin tone was from Whirlwind cardstock, and it's like a peach cardstock. And now I'm just peeling off all the little pieces. Now he is holding a little Good Luck horseshoe that is cut out of Recollections gold mirror cardstock. I love cutting gold mirror cardstock with dies. I don't know, it just looks so shiny and pretty. So cute. There we are. And I'm just going to pop him up in the corner of my card. Isn't he cute? And I added that cute little clover to his hat, you know, for a little bit of embellishment. You know, have the paper at a jaunty angle there. And now I'm going to add my sentiments. And the sentiments all come from the St. Patrick's Day word dies. And it says Luck of the Irish. I used American Crafts cardstock for the green part. And then I used from cutcardstock.com the CTI Glamma translucent vellum for the backgrounds. And I'm just going to dot Nuvo glue behind where the green shows. So not on the vellum part, but on the green part. And I'm going to stick those down to my card base. And it's going to say Luck of the Irish. I'll weight that down with an acrylic block. So just, you know, like I said, really quick and adding it. Now, just FYI, I do go ahead and cut a second layer of the green word and stack it on top just to add a little bit more dimension and make it pop a little bit more, because I know the green blends in with the background, but I didn't want to introduce another color. I kind of wanted to keep it, you know, tone on tone. But like I said, I cut another layer out of the green and it really makes it pop. Like just adding that, just one extra layer really makes a big difference. So we've got Luck of, and then we will add the Irish. So adorable, adorable stuff. I can't get it. I don't know what it is lately, but I am loving making St. Patrick's Day cards. I don't know. I love green. Green's one of my favorite colors. Maybe that's why. But I've been really loving making them. Now, I don't always send them out every year. It depends if I have enough. This year, I do believe I'll have enough to mail out. I kind of do it every second year because then I end up amassing enough St. Patrick's Day cards to mail out to my friends and family. I think it's just kind of fun, you know. It's nice to get something in the mail that's not a bill, you know, not requiring anything of you, just enjoyment. I just think that's fun. So there we go. So now I'm going to add a strip of paper from that same 6-inch Doodlebug pad, Lots of Luck. I'm just going to add a little 3/4 of an inch strip. And I'm using my AdTech tape runner. I've got a couple more of these left in my stash to use up. There we go. And I'm just going to line this little gingham pattern, this little checkered pattern along the bottom of this interior of the card base. Trim off the extra. Isn't that, this is kind of what I do on the inside of my cards. And then I'm pulling a sentiment from Lucky Charm. And I use the outline dies also. Stamped it onto white cardstock, Paper Tray Ink white cardstock. And I cut it out with the outline die from Lucky Charm. And I'm adding that to the inside of my card. So it says Leprechaun Kisses. So cute. And then I have a little tiny clover that I already put together that is from the Spring Banner dies from Jaded Blossom. I used Basil, what's it called? Oh my goodness, Basil Bling cardstock. So I used the matte side and then the shiny side. And I just layered them up. And I'm going to pop one on the inside of my card. Like, isn't that cute? I just think it adds a little something. I love it. So now I'm pulling out Pretty Pink Posh Sparkling Clear Confetti. Kind of a favorite of mine. And I'm using Studio Cattia's embellishment wand. It's kind of cold in my craft room, so it works. I find it works better The wax end picks up better in the summer than it does in the winter, because in the summer it's nice and, you know, it's decently warm. In the winter, it gets harder, and that's why I try to soften up the tip before I start picking stuff up with my little wax tip. So I'm using Glossy Accents from Ranger as my glue. And then I will be sticking these down. I just like to straddle them, you know, straddle the image, straddle the sentiment, you know, groups of 3, all that stuff, you know, odd numbers. It's kind of my jam. And there we go. Like, just cute stuff. I'm going to add a couple more. Just trying to decide where they're going to go. And as you can see, the sentiment, when you're looking with the lighting and the way that the camera angle is, it looks like it blends in. In real person, you can see it a lot better, but I do add in a second layer of that green sentiment, that Luck of the Irish. Cut it out one more time in American Crafts cardstock and just layer it up, and it really makes a difference, I think. You'll see it in the picture at the end of the video. So there we are, just adding my little pretty pink posh sparkling clear confetti. And I just think, like I said, I'm loving making these St. Patrick's Day cards. I don't know what to tell you. I've got to move on to Easter, though. I can't get trapped in St. Patrick's Day. I have to make some Easter cards. And there we go. Isn't it cute? I just think it's so cute. There we go. And there's the interior of the card. And there we go. And then I added an extra layer on, as you can see, of my sentiment. Just trying to show you that it pops a little bit more. Thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog to check things out, the Jaded Blossom store, to get your hands on some of these goodies. And thanks as always for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you soon on my next one. Bye, everyone.